How many years have your family lived in this place?
Since my ancestors.
I don't know any job, but it's a spirit boy. We go to a community school, and then we go, when we drop in grade 6, we came back to village, and the only one thing is coffee. So there is no other way we can survive. All of us evident, had to buy for each other. We do have all the crops, but coffee, we sell them in the town, and we get money for coffee. And people near the town, they do plant crops and sell them at the market. But people like us, we live in here, hard to get our crops to town. So we just eat, we survive on what we plant, and then we sell the only coffee. That's my village in the Mati. So my house is out there.
Not good this bridge?
Yeah, not good.
Those of us we are living here, we go down there and plant the coffee close to that river, beside the river. So we go down there, pick it, pulp it with a pulp mushroom, and then dry it and take it out. So it's a very hard work, but through hard work we get the money. This organic coffee is just introduced in, I think, some 2 years or 3 years. Oh, this is my first time to take my coffee to town and make a green bean. So I'll try how NASA coffee can be.
Fair trade is about getting the growers together. so that we can sell our coffee as a group, so that we can get good price for the coffee. The two important things we see in this program is the price, is the better price they will be getting, and the community projects will be delivering. The first year of operation is very good because we had somebody who already had an experience in doing coffee exports, Coffee Connections as the agent for the cooperative.
Coffee Connections is more specialized in the organic coffee fair trade. We feel more obliged to the growers. We'd like to help them in the everyday living and really push that level of services down to the growers.
Go down and buy their coffee. They produce their card, the organic card that we have given them. This is the type of card that we issue to members. So that's his name, Joram Ove.
From his village,
Yeah, they are members of HOEC plus organic members, Coffee Connections. Inspectors inspect and certify. We'll carry this coffee down to where the money is, buying depot, and then they produce their cut and then we get their coffee.
We're finding demand is growing exponentially. We are growing. We're only a junior company. We've only been operating for 5 years, but it's the right segment of the market to be in because organic is very popular and fair trade has added another dimension again to the organic field that we already work in.
Coffee. 56.
Right now, people are beginning to see what we are telling them. Like, the literacy level is very low. People don't read for themselves. They only hear what people tell them. So if you tell them, and something happens, they believe it. They see it to believe. Our prices that we've been offering out there at the farm gates, in the rural areas where the growers are, they can see the difference between the Y grade and the organic program that we are going through, organic fair trade.
2 times 2 gives me 4. 4. Right down 4. 6 times 2. 4 plus 3. 18, huh?
And now we tell them that we're going to do community project, which we've already done. We've given them books already. Now we've built desks for them. Now we are building roads for them. We're buying fuel for the district dozer to put the road through.
Now you're happy, yeah? Yes? Maybe your handwriting this time will improve.
Normally they walk their coffee back to the nearest bus stop, which is about 10 to 15 kilometers. Now the cars can go down right to their house, to their doorstep, to buy coffee, and that's the benefit they are enjoying from this program.
What people need to do is they have to carry their coffee from that point to the point where the vehicle comes and turns around and goes back. So when they move from their village to that point where they're going to sell their coffee, they carry their coffee in white sacks, white bags, on their shoulders, and then they convoy and then they go. So normally when other people look at them, they say, these are white horse coming, because the phrase white is taken from the white bag, the poly bag that they fill their coffee.
When we go to the village, there's a plea that comes from the growers. Give us a road and we'll look after the rest. Education, health, all of that follows when people have good road access. In many ways, that's exactly why we have looked at fair trade and so on, to help develop a system where the people themselves can take control of their own situation. Testing. challenging. It's very challenging. But remarkably, somehow the mail does get through.
Start of the is the end of the road.
Oh, smell that.
Wonderful. So this is the Porosa coffee that's just come out of the roast. And what we like to do is break open the beans, and we can see the consistency of the roast, the evenness of the beans themselves. They're very well screened, so you get a lot of consistency in the shape and size and the form of the beans. It means that when it's roasting, we can then make the roaster work for that particular size bean.
Good flavour, good acid, good body, and that got a nice finish to it. I score it 7 on flavour, 6 on acid, 7 on body, and 7 on aftertaste. Now some of this, the organic that's come in, we will actually be selling, well, it's actually fair trade as well, so out of that 220 bags we'll probably have 50 that's fair trade. Because a lot of our buyers of organic coffee aren't necessarily buying fair trade at the moment either. So since fair trade's only been in Australia for the last, 2-3 years, in Europe it's been around for 20 odd years. It's gathering momentum.
I often buy the fair trade coffees precisely for all the reasons that, the fair trade organisation promotes. The grower is actually making some money. That gives them, decent incentive to make a good product. Fair trade is good from that perspective as well. Not only does it, guarantee that these people who are working really hard get some money, but as a result, the product that comes out is much better.
Yes. Now me planning organic coffee. Now me working and me study. Any market will again organic coffee any hoopla market or same na Mirugi market tulogene mi kupla now. Ni sana pantem organic coffee na nam patroin. People who me now region in Nisrana mi provokista.
When people carry coffee on their shoulder, walk so many kilometers to sell off their coffee, other people see them on the way, that's why those are moving.
Yes, now me planning organic coffee now me working I mean when we study. Thank you.